The air in Natalie's spacious living room crackled with anticipation as the guests chatted and sipped on champagne, oblivious to the surprise awaiting them. The room was elegantly decorated, with soft lights casting a warm glow on the faces of those in attendance. Natalie, adorned in a stunning red dress that accentuated her newfound vitality, moved through the crowd, exchanging pleasantries with her friends and family. Vanessa, her closest confidant, raised an eyebrow inquisitively. "Natalie, darling, you look incredible. What's the secret? New skincare routine or a magical elixir?" Vanessa teased, trying to decipher the source of Natalie's radiant glow. Natalie chuckled, a mischievous glint in her eyes. "Oh, just living my best life, Vanessa. I have a little surprise for everyone tonight, something that might raise a few eyebrows." Vanessa, intrigued, leaned in. "Spill the beans, Nat. You've got my curiosity piqued." With a sly smile, Natalie confided, "I've invited Donald. Yes, my ex-husband. And not just him, he's bringing his young wife along. I thought it was time to show them that I've moved on, and I'm genuinely happy." Vanessa's eyes widened in disbelief. "You invited Donald? Are you sure about this, Natalie?" Natalie waved off Vanessa's concern. "Absolutely sure. Life's too short to hold grudges, and I want to celebrate this milestone surrounded by everyone who matters to me." As the evening unfolded, the tension in the room increased. The murmurs and sidelong glances intensified as the guests caught wind of the unexpected guest list. Donald and his young wife entered the room, causing a collective hush. Donald approached Natalie with a half-smile, trying to mask his discomfort. "Natalie, you look different." Natalie, undeterred, maintained her composure. "Thank you, Donald. We've both moved on, haven't we? This is a celebration after all." His wife, Karina, surveyed the room with a forced smile. "Happy anniversary, Natalie. Quite the gathering you have here." Natalie, with a twinkle in her eye, replied, "Thank you, Karina. I believe in embracing life's surprises. Let's enjoy the night, shall we?" As the party continued, the unexpected dynamics unfolded, setting the stage for the chapters to come. Natalie's decision to extend the olive branch set the tone for a story of resilience, growth, and unapologetic self-love. Natalie's house, once filled with laughter and shared dreams, now echoed with the clinking of glasses and polite conversation. The guests navigated the delicate social terrain, stealing glances at Donald and Karina, who moved through the crowd with a mix of discomfort and forced smiles. In a quiet corner of the room, Vanessa found Natalie, her eyes betraying the pain behind the cheerful facade. "Nat, are you sure about this? Inviting Donald was one thing, but facing him with his new family—" Natalie sighed, a hint of sadness in her voice. "Vanessa, it's been 3 years. I've come to terms with it. Tonight is about showing them and myself that life moves on, and so do I." As the night progressed, Natalie found herself face to face with Donald, who wore an uneasy expression. "Natalie, can we talk?" he asked, his eyes avoiding hers. She nodded, gesturing toward a quieter corner. "What is it, Donald?" He hesitated before confessing, "I never meant for things to end this way. Karina and I, it just happened." Natalie raised an eyebrow, a mixture of surprise and sarcasm in her voice. "Happened? Donald, you had a whole secret life. A life you chose to reveal on a random morning." His gaze faltered, guilt evident in his eyes. "I thought you deserved to know the truth." Natalie, composed yet hurt, responded, "And the truth set me free, didn't it? But here we are at my anniversary party. Life's a peculiar thing." Back in the heart of the celebration, Alexander, Natalie's son, found himself in a strained conversation with his father. "Dad, was this really necessary, bringing Karina here?" Donald, defensive, retorted, "Your mother invited us. We're just here to congratulate her." Alexander sighed, conflicted. "This doesn't feel right, Dad. You left, and now Mum's trying to move on. Can't you let her have this moment?" Meanwhile, Natalie continued to navigate the emotional minefield. So, a divorce? She had asked calmly on that fateful morning 3 years ago. Donald, detached, replied, so yes. In the midst of this upheaval, Natalie chose grace over bitterness. The divorce was inevitable, yet she chose not to make a spectacle of the unraveling vows. As the night wore on, the broken vow of fidelity hung heavy in the air, setting the stage for Natalie's journey toward rebuilding her life on her own terms. Natalie woke up the morning after her anniversary with a renewed sense of purpose. The echoes of the celebration lingered in her home, but she was determined to focus on the future rather than dwell on the past. As sunlight streamed through her bedroom window, she found herself ready to embark on a journey of self-discovery. The first step was reclaiming her independence. The house, once shared with Donald, became a canvas for her aspirations. With a vision in mind, Natalie set out to redesign her living space. Vanessa, lending a helping hand, surveyed the changes with admiration. You're turning this place into a masterpiece, Nat. It's like a reflection of your new beginning, Vanessa remarked. Natalie, wielding a paintbrush, smiled. Exactly, Vanessa. This is my space, and I'm going to make it truly mine. In the midst of renovations, Natalie decided it was time to invest in herself. She enrolled in fitness classes, embracing a healthier lifestyle. As she worked on her physical well-being, she found solace in the routines and a supportive community. One day, after a particularly challenging workout, Vanessa teased, "Who are you, and what have you done with Natalie? The woman I know wouldn't be caught dead in a gym." Natalie laughed, wiping sweat from her forehead. "People change, Vanessa, and I'm determined to be the best version of myself." Her wardrobe underwent a transformation as well. Out went the conservative attire, replaced by outfits that reflected her newfound confidence. Vanessa, browsing through Natalie's revamped closet, couldn't help but marvel at the change. "Nat, you're like a phoenix rising from the ashes. I love it." Natalie, trying on a bold dress, grinned. "It's time to live, Vanessa. No more hiding in the shadows of my past." Cosmetic procedures followed, not out of a desire to conform to societal expectations, but as a personal choice to enhance her self-esteem. Natalie embraced the idea that her appearance was a canvas, and she held the brush. The pinnacle of her transformation came when she decided to undergo a breast lift. After the procedure, she stood in front of the mirror, the scars a testament to her journey. Vanessa, supportive as ever, commented, "You're a warrior, Nat. Strong, beautiful, and unapologetically you." Natalie, looking at her reflection, whispered, "I'm reclaiming my life, Vanessa, and this is just the beginning." As Natalie continued to evolve, the changes were impossible to ignore. Her friends marveled at her newfound radiance, and even those who initially doubted her choices couldn't help but acknowledge the empowering transformation. In this chapter of self-discovery, Natalie paved the way for a future that promised not only independence, but also a genuine sense of fulfillment. The day of Natalie's 50th birthday party arrived, and the atmosphere in her beautifully transformed home buzzed with excitement. The guests mingled, their eyes wandering over the subtle changes that marked Natalie's journey of reinvention. Vanessa, standing by Natalie's side, couldn't contain her curiosity. "Nat, spill it. What's the big surprise you've been hinting at?" Natalie, a mysterious smile playing on her lips, replied, "Oh, you'll see. Just wait for the right moment." As the evening unfolded, the spotlight shifted toward Natalie, who gracefully moved through the crowd, radiant in a gown that accentuated her newfound vitality. Donald and Karina, observing from a distance, exchanged puzzled glances. Donald approached Vanessa, trying to decipher the source of Natalie's transformation. "Vanessa, did Natalie have some kind of makeover? She looks different." Vanessa, reveling in the secret, smirked. "Different is an understatement, Donald. Natalie's turned a new leaf, and tonight is all about unveiling the woman she's become." In a secluded corner, Natalie caught whispers circulating among her friends. "She's got a guy. Wait, she'll introduce us." They gossiped. Vanessa overheard the chatter and playfully nudged Natalie. Looks like the rumor mill is working overtime. Are you ready to unveil your masterpiece, my dear? Natalie chuckled. Absolutely. Let the show begin. The murmurs intensified as Natalie led Arnold, her handsome companion, into the spotlight. The room fell silent as the guests tried to make sense of the unexpected pair. Donald, unable to conceal his astonishment, approached Natalie. The son came with a friend, right? Natalie, with a mischievous twinkle in her eye, corrected him. No, Donald. This is my boyfriend. Donald, attempting to mask his discomfort, muttered, Isn't he too young for you? Natalie, undeterred, shot back. Do you care? You're not too old for Karina. Before Donald could respond, Arnold, the epitome of charm, approached them, wrapping his arm around Natalie. Hi, I'm Arnold. Nice to meet you. Donald, unable to comprehend the situation, stammered, congratulations on your anniversary, Natalie. Natalie, reveling in the moment, handed the microphone to Arnold. And we want to get married, he announced, producing a ring box from his pocket. The room erupted in a mix of applause and whispers. Donald, visibly perturbed, sat brooding as Natalie accepted the ring, the embodiment of a love she had found in the unlikeliest of places. The unveiling of Arnold, the introduction of a new chapter in Natalie's life, left the guests in awe. The unexpected turn of events set the stage for a celebration that would be remembered, challenging preconceived notions and proving that life's greatest surprises often come when we least expect them. In the aftermath of Natalie's announcement, the atmosphere at the party remained charged with a mixture of awe, disapproval, and curiosity. The guests, still processing the unexpected turn of events, dispersed into smaller groups, sharing their thoughts in hushed tones. Natalie, unfazed by the lingering judgment, continued to circulate through the room with Arnold at her side. Donald, seated in a corner, exchanged glances with Karina, his discomfort palpable. Vanessa, ever the loyal friend, approached Natalie with a concerned look. Nat, are you okay? This is quite the bombshell you've dropped, Vanessa whispered, her eyes scanning the room for reactions. Natalie, a knowing smile on her face, replied, Vanessa, my dear, I've lived long enough to know that not everyone will understand, but I'm happy, and that's what matters. Vanessa nodded in agreement, her gaze lingering on Arnold. Your happiness is contagious, Nat. I just hope others can see it too. Meanwhile, Donald mustered the courage to approach Natalie, a trace of bitterness in his voice. You're not too old for drama, I see. Marrying a guy young enough to be your son, what are you trying to prove? Natalie, maintaining her composure, retorted, I'm not trying to prove anything, Donald. I'm living my life on my terms. Perhaps it's time you do the same. Karina, standing beside Donald, interjected with a forced smile. Congratulations, Natalie. I hope you find the happiness you're looking for. Natalie, genuinely gracious, replied, Thank you, Karina. I wish the same for both of you. As the party continued, Alexander, Natalie's son, approached her with a furrowed brow. Aren't you overreacting, Mom? He questioned, clearly influenced by the disapproval he sensed from his father. Natalie, meeting her son's eyes, responded with a mixture of love and defiance. What are you talking about, Alexander? He hesitated before expressing his concern. About the wedding. He is, Alphonse. Look at him, young, handsome. Natalie, with a reassuring smile, interrupted, I thought you loved me, son. Alexander, visibly torn, admitted, Of course I do. Then why aren't you glad that I have a young and handsome man? Do you think I'm worthy of an old moral? Natalie quipped, deflecting the judgment with humor. Alexander, slightly embarrassed, mumbled, Well, no. Natalie, gently patting his shoulder, advised, Live your life, Alexander, and let Mom live hers. I'm an adult, and I'll decide what's best for me. As the night wore on, Natalie's resilience and determination to defy expectations became apparent. Some friends, unable to reconcile with her choices, distanced themselves. However, Natalie remained steadfast in her belief that age should never be a barrier to personal happiness. In the quiet moments after the guests departed, Natalie and Arnold found solace in each other's company. Their love, defying societal norms, became a testament to the unpredictability of life and the power of embracing one's authentic self. The chapter closed with Natalie standing strong, ready to embark on a new chapter of unapologetic happiness and defiantly defying expectations. In the days following Natalie's milestone celebration, the whispers and judgment continued, but so did her unwavering spirit. The motivational epilogue of her story unfolded, echoing through the corridors of societal expectations and norms. As Natalie reflected on her journey, she found solace in her unapologetic pursuit of happiness. Vanessa, ever the supportive friend, joined her for a quiet moment in Natalie's newly transformed living room. "Natalie, you've certainly stirred the pot with your choices. How are you handling it all?" Vanessa asked, genuine concern etched on her face. Natalie, looking out the window with a serene smile, replied, "Vanessa, life is too short to live according to other people's expectations. I've learned that the key to happiness lies in embracing who you truly are and not apologizing for it." Vanessa nodded, touched by her friend's wisdom. "But you faced criticism, judgment. Does it bother you?" Natalie chuckled. "Of course, it stings a bit. But I've reached a point where I value my happiness more than the opinions of others. I've defied expectations, and that, my dear friend, is liberating." As the weeks passed, Natalie's story continued to inspire those around her. Alexander, having witnessed his mother's resilience, approached her with a newfound understanding. "Mom," he began tentatively, "I might not completely understand your choices, but I see how happy you are. Maybe I've been too quick to judge." Natalie embraced her son, her eyes reflecting a mix of gratitude and understanding. "Alexander, we all have our paths to walk. The important thing is to support each other, even when we don't fully understand." The motivational epilogue of Natalie's story spread beyond her immediate circle. Friends who had distanced themselves began to reconsider their judgments. Vanessa, reflecting on her own life, found inspiration to pursue long-neglected passions. "I guess it's never too late to reclaim our happiness, huh?" Vanessa mused during a heart-to-heart conversation with Natalie. Natalie, sipping tea in her revamped living room, nodded. "Exactly, Vanessa. Age is just a number. It's the fire within that truly defines us." As the epilogue unfolded, Natalie shared her newfound wisdom with those who sought guidance. Her unapologetic happiness became a beacon for those navigating the complexities of life after unexpected turns. The dialogue around age, love, and personal fulfillment shifted, fueled by Natalie's resilience and the undeniable truth that the pursuit of happiness is a journey worth embarking on, regardless of societal expectations. And so Natalie's story became more than a tale of defiance. It became an anthem for authenticity, self-love, and the boundless possibilities that await those who choose to live life on their terms. The epilogue served as a reminder that, at any age, one can break free from the shackles of conformity and, with courage and determination, forge a path toward unapologetic happiness.